Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Good morning viewers. In this video, we are going to see the effect of Rahu on different ascendants. Right from Aries to Pisces, we are going to see different videos. Each and every video, we are going to see about the placement of Rahu in different houses and its effect. Logically, when Rahu is placed in a house, exactly the 7th house Ketu will be placed. Considering these two planets, we will see based on the ascendants, that is based on the birth chart of a person, we call it as Lagna or Ascendant, how the effect of Rahu will be. If you are new to this channel, keep this channel subscribed so that you will get my videos immediately once I post it. Also you share with your friends and group. As per the Vedic astrology, Rahu and Ketu are invisible planets. They always deteriorate. They move in the anti-clockwise direction. Once in every 18 months, they shift one house to the other house in the anti-clockwise direction. So the effect of a permanent Rahu and Ketu in a person's horoscope, it depends upon the placement against the ascendant or the Lagna lord. Generally, Rahu and Ketu do not have any specific house, or they don't own any house. Rather, they take the power of the house from the placement of the house lord. So, Rahu and Ketu will act as the house lord of the particular ascendant. In case if Rahu is placed in Aries, it will behave like Mars. And if Ketu is placed in the house of Libra, it will behave like Venus. As these two planets, they are invisible planets, dark spot, we call it as Rahu. And to an extent, Ketu is not so dark, it will have a light emitting capability, where whenever there is a Grahana, when sun is being covered by Rahu, you will have complete darkness. But at the same time, if Ketu is responsible for the Grahana, solar eclipse, there won't be complete darkness, there will be a light shadow there. So in Vedic astrology, Rahu is considered as the most dangerous planet when compared to Ketu. Ketu is Moksha Karaka or Jnana Karaka, and Rahu is a Bhoga Karaka, which gives luxury, happiness, prosperity in life. At the same time, Rahu is a planet which also kills a person. It destroys all the luxury and it makes a person to come down to the street. Now, however big is, based on the placement of Rahu and Ketu in a person's horoscope, it is very tough to determine the effect of Rahu and Ketu. But there are certain houses where Rahu can definitely give good results. Same way, there are certain houses where Ketu can also give good results. Example, Rahu getting placed at Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo as well as Capricorn. All these houses, it gives some good positivity. Irrespective of whether Rahu is placed in a positive way or negative way, but if it is placed in these houses, certainly it will give some good results. Same way, Ketu is getting associated with the houses of Jupiter like Pisces as well as Sagittarius, and to an extent at Virgo as well as Libra, it can give some positivity. The upper circle from Aries to Virgo, all these houses to an extent is favorable for Rahu, and the lower circle from Libra to Pisces seems to be favorable for Ketu. Generally, if Rahu and Ketu are getting associated to the 3rd house or the 6th house or the 8th house or 10th house, 11th house and 12th houses for a particular ascendant, it can give better results than being placed at the other houses.
Scorpio, the 8th zodiac sign, as per the Kalapurusha Tattva. If Rahu is associated with the first house Scorpio, it should be positive, otherwise it will give a lot of health related troubles. Depends upon the position of Mars, and also the first house, if Rahu getting associated with Venus or Jupiter, then the native can get a lot of self-confidence. He could win out of his enemies. Any health related problems he can face more courageously and get rid of all the health related issues. Generally for Libra and Scorpio, Rahu prefers well on the 7th house, so there will be good support from the opponent or the life partners. If a person falls under this particular ascendant being a male, then he'll get good support from his wife. Similarly, if a female a woman is having ascendant as Scorpio, she gets more support from her husband during the Rahu Mahadasha period if it comes on the age after the couple's marriage. If Rahu comes in the early age Mahadasa, that is before 20, there will be health issues. It will not allow the native to study well. The native rather get deviated to different areas and he will not study well. He get disturbed frequently. He will get lot of bad friends. He cultivate bad habits and finally there will be a huge loss in terms of learning. So he gets spoiled in his career. Same way, if in the middle age, supposing if between 25 to 45, if Rahu Mahadasa comes and if Rahu is not positive on the first house, it will give a lot of troubles. There will be delay in marriage. There will be understanding problems with the life partners as well as the friends. There will be series of health issues. It will not fetch them good job opportunities. There will be delay in career. It will be more tough. Same way, if Rahu Mahadasa comes in the older part, then there will be problems also. So there won't be any support from the family members. They face a lot of difficulties during that particular time. But if the first house is conjuncted well with positive planets or being aspected or associated with the positive planets, then the native can win out of enemies, can win out of any challenges more courageously. He could be able to face any type of challenges. There will be a lot of good friends for him during the Rahu Mahadasa period. Even while studying, there will be good support. He can achieve well in his subjects. He can get a dream job in the early age. Same way, if it comes in the middle age, he get married soon and Rahu Dasa can fetch all the positivities. So this is a benefit when Rahu is conjuncted positively in the first house. Supposing if Rahu stays in the second house Sagittarius, it is house of Jupiter. So to an extent it is favorable. So generally person having the ascendant as Scorpio and if Rahu is there in the second house, the person speaks a lot. He'll advise others in the spiritual aspects. Most of them may belong to the category of spiritual trainers to others. Same way, some choose job opportunities in IT industry and train others. So there will be a trainers in many of the companies. Generally, they prefer the technological front in teaching others. So there will be a team leader or a trainer in teaching their subordinates or the group of members in terms of technical aspects. Some may be a good motivator also. They help students or the business people to get motivated. So they give a lot of motivation program training. It looks very positive. But if second house is conjuncted badly with planets like Saturn or Mars and all, they face a lot of communication problem also. They won't get good wealth for the family. They will not settle down in their life quickly. So they face a lot of problems. They lie a lot. They don't speak boldly and straightforwardly. So they hide things and speak in a wrong way. If Rahu stays in the third house, Capricorn, it is a really good house for Rahu to stay. For Scorpio, if Rahu is there in the third house, they can get a lot of benefits during the Rahu Mahadasa period. They get name and fame during that time. If a person is in a film industry or in politics, this Rahu Mahadasa can help them grow a lot. There will be a good improvement in his career. He'll get a lot of name and fame among the public. If he is an actor or if as a singer, all the films the person is working, it gets super hit. So Rahu Mahadasa is a beautiful time where there's a good development in the career. But it should come in the right age. If it comes in the younger age, it will help them to study well, but their parents can get good support. Same way, if Rahu comes in the later part, above 70 or 75, so they can only get good name and fame during that particular time. So some of the person who work in a party for a very long time, they get positions only after 65 or 70 years. So only Rahu Mahadasa can give them a lot of benefits in that area. If the third house is badly conjuncted, then they will not get good support. They don't take any decisions in time. They don't work hard. Rather, they will be very lazy. If fourth house, Aquarius, if Rahu is associated, if it is positively conjuncted, then there will be good asset buying for the Scorpio. The native of the Scorpio can purchase a lot of assets. The person can buy a lot of vehicles. They invest in share market and mutual funds and earn a lot. By selling the land, selling the properties, they can able to get a huge profit. But if the fourth house is badly conjuncted, then there will be a lot of struggle in the life. They keep on wandering from different places. They don't find a suitable house to stay. There will be frequent health related problems in mother and mother side family. If Rahu stays at the fifth house Pisces, there will be a good support for the native of Scorpio, because generally fifth house Pisces, if Rahu stays, they get good support from the children. Children might move to different countries, even they go to foreign countries and stay there. They'll help their parent, they'll bring the parent, the native move to the foreign countries and stay with the children, and there'll be good support from the child. So those who are married at the right age, they can get childbirth during the Rahu Mahadasha period. The children will enter into sports, they travel different places. If they are an artist, they get opportunities to travel in different places, and their parents, the native of the chart, will support the children, and they also get an opportunity to go along with them. Indirect way of getting good support when Rahu Mahadasha comes at the right age for the chart owner. If Rahu is badly conjuncted in 5th house, there won't be good support for the children. So even there will be delay in childbirth. Some may face health related issues with the children. If Rahu is associated with the 6th house, both 6th and 7th houses are a good house for Rahu to stay. So if 6th house is positively conjuncted by Rahu, it should not be too positive, rather it should not be too negative also. In such case, they could be able to settle down all their loans. They could be able to get free from the loans. They get good opportunities to purchase any assets through loans. At the same time, they can able to repay the loan back. They could able to win out their enemies. They could challenge them. They could stand first. Any type of diseases they could able to get rid of during the Rahu Mahadasha period. So it is very good during the Rahu Mahadasha period if it comes on the right age. Some may get investments more fruitful and profitable. If 6th house is positively conjuncted, so they face lot of stress and health related problems. They may not be in a position to settle down their loans. If they lend money to others, it will not come back to them in time. If in 7th house Taurus, if Rahu stays, there will be good support from their life partner. They will get good assets from the life partner, especially during the Rahu Mahadasha period. The life partner get assets from their family side, due to which the native can get a good inflow of currency. Life partner may get good career opportunities. They travel different places. Indirectly, the native will get good support from the partners. They will get good friends or those who are at the school level. They try to meet in this particular time, and they'll help them in business. They get a lot of improvements through their friends. If somebody is doing business, they'll get good partners during this particular Rahu Mahadasha period, and they can able to establish well. The business can grow in different places. Those who are associated with the film industries and anything related to arts, music, dance, drama, they can able to achieve well during the Rahu Mahadasha period. If the Rahu Mahadasha comes at a younger age, there will be good support to the parents. So the parents can get good assets on behalf of the child. If Rahu stays at the 8th house Gemini, the house is not too good. If it is not positively conjuncted, then they face a lot of stress and emotional feelings during the Rahu Mahadasha period. There will be a lot of disturbances. There will be theft. There will be a lot of losses in their property, due to which they get more mental stress. Even in workplace, they face a lot of pressure. But if the 8th house is positively conjuncted, they get good assets. Some of them can invest money in different financial segments and can able to earn a lot. Purchasing of lotteries can also to an extent fetch them some profit. Some may invest in share market and find huge profit. Even gambling can support them in finding a good piece of amount during this Rahu Mahadasha period. So if 8th house is positively conjuncted, some may even travel other countries and earn a lot. If Rahu stays in the 9th house Cancer, there will be good support from the father and father side family. Some may believe in traditional practices. Some may travel different places for work or for business. Some may take the father's business and they run it well, and they can be able to establish in different countries, different states, so the business can grow well. Some may get assets like gold, silver, ornaments or diamonds from the ancestors side. It seems to be really lucky for them. Some may win prizes. Some may get support from the government. Some may get even government job opportunities. If 9th house is badly conjuncted, then they face a lot of health related issues and water issues like asthma, blood pressure, cold and cold related problems. If 10th house Leo, if Rahu is associated, it is not a good house for Rahu to stay at the 10th house as Leo, because it doesn't like the place. If the 10th house is positively conjuncted, then a native might get good support from the government. They get good job in government departments. Some may become a teacher in the government schools or colleges. Some may get government jobs. There will be a lot of job opportunities for those particular ascendant. When it comes in the younger age, the student will stand first in school. They will become the school leader, team leaders. They will exhibit their talents in the school. They participate in sports and other events and they score well. If it comes in the middle age, they work as a senior person in a company. Even if they join in a lower level, Rahu Dasa can help them to get promoted and get elevated and become a senior and guide others. Some may enter into government services like NSS, NCC. Some may even join military forces the middle age, and they'll become a senior people, and they will guide lot of members. They'll be the senior. In fact, in police department, they get good promotions and they'll become the inspectors level, and lot of constables report to them. So it is very positive for Scorpio if 10th house is positively conjuncted. If 10th house is negatively conjuncted with Rahu, already it doesn't like the place in 10th house, so they won't find a good job. So they keep on wondering for different jobs. Whatever they study, they will not work in the line they study. So there will be a big gap between the studies and the job they do. So they don't like the job. Even if they work in a company or any place, they don't see the place very peaceful for them. They face a lot of difficulties and challenges with the seniors. Whatever the work they do, they don't get appreciations or rewards. So every company, if they leave, they will start as a fresh, and they don't like the place, and for very long till the Rahu Mahadasha period, they don't get a good job satisfaction. If Rahu Mahadasha comes at a younger age, they won't study well. They get interested in other activities like sports or watching movies, and they spoil their studies. If it comes in the older age, they'll face a lot of chronic health diseases. They get admitted in hospitals. There'll be frequent problems in terms of health. There'll be frequent expenses. So they face a lot of stress. So it seems to be very negative if Rahu is badly conjuncted at 10th house. If Rahu stays at the 11th house Virgo, it is a good house for Rahu to stay generally. If Rahu is positive at the 11th house, for Scorpio native, they get huge profit during the Rahu Mahadasha period. The profit could be through business or through the workplace. They get transferred to different countries, out of which they find a good return of income. There will be good return on investments. Some may invest in a very small margin. They get huge profit during the Rahu Mahadasha period. So whatever they invest, even some of the ancestors or the parents might have invested a very small meager amount, and that turns out to be a huge profit for them. They will sell the land and find some crores of rupees onto their bank account. So this is something very lucky for Scorpio if Rahu at the 11th house being positive and Rahu Mahadasha comes at the right age. But if a person is born on the Saturn Mahadasha, he will not get the Rahu Mahadasha at all. So he could be able to enjoy those benefits only when Rahu Mahadasha runs its Antardasha with the other Mahadasas. So we need to see whether Rahu Mahadasha comes at the right age or not. If a person is born on the Jupiter Mahadasha, then he will not get the Rahu Mahadasha at all. Probably if a person is born on the Mercury Mahadasha, the later part of his age, there may be chance to face the Rahu Mahadasha, but generally they get the benefits only when Rahu Mahadasha comes as a Antardasha for other Mahadasas. But if a person is having the Scorpio as an ascendant, but zodiac is somewhere else, like it could be Cancer, it could be Aries, it could be Pisces, it could be Aquarius, anything else, then there are chances they get the Rahu Mahadasha during their life period. So if 11th house is negatively conjuncted, they don't get the suitable profit in time. So even it is not so negative, they'll get some profit, but it will not be as huge as I said earlier. Now from 12th house Libra, if Rahu is associated, then it should conjunct well with positive planets. Otherwise it will give a lot of troubles and expenses, because 12th house indicate a lot of expenses. There could be negative expenses. Expenses could be for health related reasons. It could be for unwanted expenses. There could be losses and theft, burglary and all, due to which they spend a lot. So 12th house should be positive. If it is positively conjuncted, the expenses would be for charity, for building assets, for marriages and other functions. So it turns out to be positive. Same way, if 12th house is positively conjuncted, they get an opportunity to travel different places. Even some may go to foreign countries, either for trip or for a job or for work. So looks very positive. 12th house Rahu gets conjuncted with Venus or Jupiter. By this time, if you are a Scorpio ascendant, based on the position of Rahu, you may be able to ascertain the impact of Rahu on your chart. In our next video, we will see the impact of Rahu based on Sagittarius ascendant.